Hey guys, how did I get to this result? This compositing based watercolor in Blender. So there's no need for shader work for this technique since it's like 95% compositing based. As you can see here, there's a fairly heavy compositing node setup, but as you will see later, it's really easy to come up with. So let's look at the scene without anything used in the compositor. As you can see, it's a very simple scene. Every asset here is like Quixel Megascans assets, nothing really fancy. So there's no shader work at all. As you can see, it's just a regular scene. But if we turn on the compositor, it turns into an illustration. So let's go back to how the render looks originally, like this. And then we have a little bit of lens distortion. I'm going through the base paint group of nodes here that's going to give us some kind of illustrative look. So there's a bit of lens distortion, then a bit of sharpening, glare, and then the master node here, the Kuwahara filter. It's what does the whole of the style here. So I'm using two of them. So there's one that has some very nice definition and another one that's a lot rougher. So I'm getting like blobs of color here, and here I do have a more defined illustration, bit more sharpening again, and then I'm blending those two together. So I'm keeping like some detail, but it's also blending together. It's really nice. And then I'm displacing this, and as you can see, like it gives us like some smudges, like a brush that came in the wrong direction, and it distorted a bit some shapes, but it's really nice. It's breaking the colors and the masses together. So this displace node is based on a picture of a burnt paper that I scaled down and then crushed the values to black and white, and it's really rough, and it's displacing it very well, I think. And then there's this add-on I'm using, Final LUT, and it's really nice because like it allows you to use LUTs basically. uh, you're getting like this kind of little interface which is really nice, and it allows you to change your scene look really fast. It's pretty nice to switch to black and white to assess the value and then go back to your defined LUT. Some sort of saturation a bit going on here, and then there's the white paint highlights. So I'm using a Sobol filter. It allows me to kind of create some edges, and then going through a color ramp, I'm getting some white lines that are like silhouettes of the shapes displaced again. It's going to take a minute, I think. Yeah, it's displaced again, so it's broken up now, but it's looking pretty nice. And then a Kuwahara filter again to soften it. See, this is added to the main frame, and then we have a white frame also because it needs one to kind of hide the issues that are going on with the displays. Like the pixels are displaced, so the edges of your frame are going to be displaced. So here it's pretty nice to have like a white frame that is scaled down again, added to the render, and then some color correction to get back some contrast and keep some white here. I really want to have something overblown because like the white part, it reminds me of the style of watercolor illustrators. And then a paper texture added to it, scale down again, overlaid. And then for the overlay, you see I've set it to 0.7. If you go further, like up to 1, you're getting more contrast, but in my case I wanted to mute down a bit the colors. And that's it. That's the whole part of compositing there. But the thing is, like I said, like the compositing part was 95% on of the result. This is because like the denoiser is playing a lot here also. If you just like focus on the water here, the good rule of I've found like for the sample count is like I wanted to have like some kind of very defined illustration. So there's a lot of detail going on in the vegetation. You can see like clumps of leaves. But the funny thing is like if you're using very low samples for denoiser, like and with the denoiser, sorry, like 2, you're getting like really nice blotches also on the vegetation, and the water is less defined. You can see like it gives you like blotches, like the water of the painting that dripped down a bit, and it's really nice because it softens like the bushes here. So if I go back to the settings that I decided to go with for my illustration, like 200, you can see like it's really defined. But you can play between like 2 and 200. I found like 20 is a good value in between, because like you can see in the water like these rocks are a bit softened, but I'm getting detail here, so it's really nice. So that's an extra layer of control over your style here. And one extra tip, you can play also with removing the denoiser. If you remove it and use really low sample, what you're getting is like an impressionist style, which is really nice too. I'm going to do some illustrations with this style too. So like up to 2, 4, 5, you're getting like really blotchy results, but it's also really nice. Like if I'm changing the angle of the sun here, yeah, as you can see, it's really nice too. Anyway, getting lost here. I'm hoping it helped you, and feel free to ask me any question over in Twitter. Bye bye.